Right. It's in one piece, one in the books. I've got to take a minute to get my nerves settled down, but it flew and I got it back. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, I'm gonna fuel it up, relax for a minute, go for number 2. All right, I know you're wondering, do I still have a very big jet? The answer is yes. Flight number 2 in the books. When I landed, I didn't hit anything. This bolt, it was a little, it was kind of heavy landing. I mean, it wasn't heavy enough to scratch the wings or anything, but that snapped off along, and the nose cone fell off, and of course, it got dirty on it. Probably can get that off with a little alcohol, but yeah, the bolt just snapped off the end of it. Now, this is some pretty light. This is some pretty light plywood. So, yeah, got some reinforcing to do. Also, I noticed it yesterday, and I took note of it today. And there is a tiny drip coming from that grommet right there, and I don't know why. It's tight. I checked it, but yeah, we're gonna be pulling the engine out and checking that fitting. I mean, it's not enough to keep it from flying, just irritating. So 2 flights in the books, got a lot of trimming done. I tried gear up flight and one of the gear stalled. So I just did all my flights with gear down. It's a bench setup to change the stall voltage on the gear. Well, let me just put it this way. While it was flying, I didn't want to try to change it out here. The day is turning out right pretty. And flight number 2 in the books, but it looks like we're packing up. So that's where we're at. I'm disappointed that I don't have flight number 3 and 4 happening, but I'm not gonna fly it with the nose broke off. So 2 hours of driving, 2 flights, but totally worth it. Now that I know that I have a key and that it works, thank you, Hot Mac. Being a member is worth it. So if you're ever in Waco and you fly, these guys are awesome. If you're in Fort Worth Thunderbirds, another group of awesome guys. And that's it. But the plane flies very well, and it slows down real good. I'm just not quite comfortable finding out right above the runway exactly where that stall speed is yet. But this thing should slow down a lot and just land like a gazelle on the runway. I stalled up in the sky, and it got so slow, I was like, is it still flying forward? I'm still kind of coming in a long pattern up on the approach instead of kind of a high floaty pattern in where I could slow it down more. But again, second flight. So the first one, well, how first flights are, especially when you spent 2 months building a plane. And it shouldn't have took 2 months, but just time and being able to get out to the field. But all the anticipation built up, and you're like, dear Lord, don't let me screw this up. So I didn't. I'll just take this as God saying 2's enough for today. Very, very bizarre, honestly, very bizarre. But again, I didn't hit it. It just snapped off. Just when the nose came down, when it landed and when it touched down, it just snapped off, and the weight of it just pulled the nose cone off with it. As I hit the brakes, the nose cone kept flying forward because that's a pretty big chunk of steel. So no scrapes. The wings didn't scrape. That little braking gyro working really good. Handles acceleration down the runway perfect. The gyro is a little floppy. not in the air. It's real sensitive on the ground. I have it set up for large models, and so it does a lot of moving, a lot more than I'd like it to. So I'm probably going to change its setting to medium-sized models. I'd rather just the big movements on the elevator surface is a little dramatic for me. With the gear down, that's the trim up. It's a little bit higher than what I had it set, and I think that this side is a little bit low. I noticed when I pulled up it rolled just a tad to the left, nothing dramatic, but you know, you see it when you pull up. So I need to adjust that elevator. So there's some things to do. It's time to get it back on the bench and perfect this bird. I got to tell you guys, it flies real good. I mean, I took it off and flew it. You know, no gyro. Flew it around for 5 or 6 minutes, and then I engaged the gyro at very low settings. And yeah, I will say it takes a little getting used to with which side is the yellow and which side is the blue. I had a couple of moments where I was like, am I going away or am I getting closer? But that's with all airplanes. Anyway, I want to say, just in summary, this plane flies great, man. It flies great. And once I get the feel for its stall speed, it looks like it'll just set right down and land in very short distance. So I'm pretty excited to have this bird. You know, if you want one, talk to Pete at Baja. It's bang for the buck. It's a nice jet. It's a nice jet, 1/6 scale. And so far my experience has been fantastic. The assembly was pretty good. You know, little minor tweaks and adjustments, and some of it's just preferential. But hey, for what it is, I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. Thank you, Baja. Thank you, Peter. Can't wait to get some flight video of this thing. I'll at you guys later.